Welcome to the Valt Podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. I'm Sean, and of course, we are joined today with
Vijay. How's it going?
And Joe, how's it going, everybody?
What's going on, gentlemen? We power it up. One day we're gonna get this right. Perfect. It's close enough.
Yeah. So how's your week been?
The week has been Actually, no, it's been freaking terrible. You know, the election madness and all the sadness that's been out there. You know, kind of navigating through that. But I'm actually glad. Either way, I'm glad that it's over, so we can just like all move on. Yeah. How about yours?
Yeah, I mean, my week's been like kind of whatever. I mean, it felt really long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been off social media for the past week because I know it's just a shit show over there right now. It's. I mean, I'm like not off it completely. I guess don't like look on anyone's stories or anything. Business wise, I'm like working more at the shop, which is nice because was mobile for so long last week. But like you know, it's the week like my Allie's company is everyone's a mess, and it's just like no one's doing anything, and I'm just like,
dude, do you know how many tears I've had to wipe and how much depression I've had to deal with this week? Not mine, but just everybody else's.
yeah,
It's been like, oh God, guys, get over it. You know.
yeah,
You know, it's there.
yeah. Crying is not going to solve the problem.
I'm like, you know, no matter what side you ended up on, I was like, well, he won convincingly. It wasn't even close. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's the will of the people, man. That's what makes our democracy, you know, a democracy, whether you like it or not. So
yeah, and I don't really talk politics to really anyone, but the people I did talk to, which was like 5 or 6 of them, like months ago, I was like, there's this. I think he's going to win, and I don't think it's going to be even close, to be honest. Just based off the way the media was talking about it.
Exactly.
When they say it's close, something's up. Like, it has to be, because if usually they're like the polls are showing like a, you know. So I was like, if they're saying it's close one way or the other, it's going to be it's way worse than people think.
Yeah.
So I called it, and so that was kind of like fun to say, like, hey, I literally told you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they're all like, we didn't believe you. I'm like,
yeah.
So
Well, that's what sucks about California is especially in the Bay Area. I mean, we're in such a bubble, right? When it comes to politics, housing, cars, everything is a bubble in the Bay Area.
It's a huge bubble, which is why I was like,
we live a lie.
Yeah, and I was like, I was starting to like convince myself that it wasn't going to be the case because we're so insulated politically that like I didn't see any other opposing viewpoints besides like listening to podcasts and stuff, and I'm like, I wonder if like my thoughts on this are wrong and like the statistics are like incorrect and everything.
Yeah.
And then the betting market came out. And then I was like, oh, there's no chance. Like if the you got to follow the money.
Yeah.
Like you have to. Like and then everyone started saying like, oh no, like that's not a prediction of like, it's just statistics and it could be manipulated. I'm like, no, you follow the money.
There is, I didn't even know there was a betting market on politics. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I guess some company sent a won a legal fight about betting. I guess betting on elections is legal. I don't know how it works.
Robinhood had it like upfront on their page.
I was on Robinhood and all of a sudden I got a notification saying you could bet on the election. I'm like, holy crap! So I updated my app and I looked and I'm like, oh my god! And then like a day later, everyone starts talking about it. News articles all over the place, and I'm like, Trump has to win now because I mean the betting was so aggressively in his favor. I'm like, there's no way people are going to lose money on this, you know?
Yeah.
So then I started telling people, I'm like, watch.
There's no way people are losing money on this.
I think one thing our world all has to be excited about is is the EPA regulations.
Yeah, maybe some of these old cars. We'll
get some smog. Get some smog.
You never know. I mean, California we're not going to feel anything.
No,
but
absolutely not.
It is. I mean, whatever you guys think, it is what it is. How
about you, VJ?
Trying to move forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly a voter as well, but like I do have a lot of friends around here, and like just like you said, it's been pretty tough for a lot of people to take the result, what they saw. And there's a lot of concern with a lot of different communities as to how it's going to be, but I think it's not going to be as bad as they claim it to be, for sure. But yeah, I mean, during the campaigns, it was like a really bleak picture that was being painted, but I don't think it's going to be that bad overall. But California is going to be a bubble, as you said, and Gavin Newsom recently mentioned that they're going to be exercising the state's rights to keep things what it has been, like the status quo as for like fundamental things like reproductive rights and things like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But yeah, it's really excited, man, about all the EPA stuff in my own selfish ways. I was
we'll see what happens. I mean, like, I would love to get like some like pre-smog laws changed a little bit.
Oh, totally.
For like all of us, right? But like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Wishful thinking, I guess. But in other news,
70. What were we?
75.
75.
75. That was done a long time ago. And I think when it was made, I think they were supposed to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
With like age, so it should be like 80, at least 85 by now.
It's 50 years, almost 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, who's daily driving in a car from? I mean, I guess in the Bay Area, a lot of people, I guess. But in other news that isn't political, I found. So I've been talking to Frank Harrington, who's been on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and we were just chatting about cars and bids, and I think I found the best side gig in the world, because now I am writing listings for cars and bids. Oh, and I can do this. It's amazing. It's like I've always wanted to ever since Bring a Trailer started in college. When I was in college, I wanted to do this because I thought it would be a really good learning experience.
I was gonna guess that you were like a foot model.
Hey, that's probably a better side gig, but I don't think my feet will sell much. But I
think they did for my friend.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do this because I think the education is really interesting because you get to learn about all these new things that like for cars that I've never like really had any care for. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing it for about a month and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. But I mean I'm really enjoying it, and like the best part is like whenever I'm at the shop and like I have like an hour off of like in between clients or something, I just like get on my laptop and like maximize my time.
Shareholder value.
Yeah, exactly. Maximizing Doug's shareholder value. But I mean that's been a lot of fun. And then the last thing is my M5's been on the lift at my shop for like 2-3 months now. And I want to get out on a drive so badly, like so badly. So I might do something about that in the next like week or two, because I just haven't had any time to do anything. So now I finally have some time to like stretch its legs. So,
and the weather is absolutely
insider training,
gorgeous.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Right now.
The best. It's my favorite time of the year for driving.
Totally.
So
my goal is maybe next weekend, especially if I can get the front end back on the Z. Because I'm ready.
Are you you're out of town the week after that?
The week after, yeah.
Okay, we'll do next weekend then.
Pre-stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I haven't ever been to one.
Neither I.
Let's just do it. Yeah, I'm down to do that. So I don't have to organize them myself. That'd be great.
There you go.
But VJ, how has your week been?
A couple of fun things or not so fun things happened depending on how you see it. So I did go on a trip to Utah last weekend for 3 days. And explored a bunch of national parks along the line of Bryce, Capitol Reef, and Arches.
Nice.
So it's absolutely amazing, and there was no heat at all because it's November, and fall colors are at their peak. So it's absolutely beautiful at this time of the year. And I had the misfortune of getting a Kia Forte rental car to drive at 5,000 feet elevation. Yeah, nice. And it's basically a naturally aspirated car that has no guts at all.
Was it rented or stolen?
We don't
have to be clear.
We don't know.
Yeah, the Kias are easy to steal, I guess.
You just plug in a USB and it's good to go.
TikTok challenge completed.
TikTok challenge. Completed. How many Kias can you steal today?
I drove a different Kia each day for 3 days. So but like I was initially going to book a Alfa Romeo Giulia QV on Turo, but then I sat on it for 2 days and it went. It was kind of gone. Then I was forced to book a rental car, and then this sucked so much. It couldn't even do cruise control at the altitude that we were at.
Oh, wow. It was like lugging itself or something?
Yeah, it just could not meet the speed demand.
Wow.
I was setting it at like the speed limit 75, 80 on the highways, and it just did not ever reach the speed limit. It's like the most basic control problem to solve, like cruise control. It did not even do that, and it has this hands-free steering option also. Not hands-free. You have to keep your hand on it, but it's going to do the auto steer.
For like lanes and stuff?
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing in my Civic.
Yeah, it's not lane keep assist. It actually steers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was also like kind of inadequate.
Horrible. It's so bad.
It's worse than not having it.
Oh my god. So my Civic has those two same issues. Gutless 4-cylinder naturally aspirated that can't get up to speed on the highway.
Yeah.
And the auto steering, if you push a button, it'll like there's cameras in the front that like just see the lane and they do that. And so I've let it go before in town at like night, like where no one else is around, and it'll just drive straight through lanes and like just like I'm like, this is so dangerous. Like,
so this was good for shallow like corners.
Yeah.
But when things became tight, it was beeping at me, take over.
Nice. I was gonna say, I don't know why Joe was denying himself boost on his Civic, because I know I'm waiting for him to go full JDM.
I could have like splurged and got the Touring, which had a turbo, which adds like 80 horsepower. I don't care at all, you know? No. I do not care at all about this car. In fact, I've stopped watching it also. I just don't care anymore. Which is why I'm in the wagon now, because I'm just like kind of over it. And it's too bad because it's a 3-year lease. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck till 2020.
You'll learn to love it.
2027 or 2026. So yeah. But in other news, VJ, what else did you do?
Yeah, so the Kia was not a good experience. I'd rather have a Mazda 3 any day over that.
Oh, yeah.
In other news, I got to witness the Tesla robo-taxi, or the cybercab, as they call it. It's essentially a concept at the moment. It was at the San Jose Tesla dealership.
Is it actually functional, or is there...
Sure, I would believe it's functional because they have the technology already on the Model 3s and Model Ys that are on the road. It's the same exact technology with the cameras.
Okay.
No LiDAR, no radar, just cameras. So I don't know how they're going to deal with extreme darkness or rain or snow or anything. So it has to be pretty limited by that. Okay. But yeah, it's essentially looks like a slammed Model Y with 2 seats only. It's a 2-seater, shockingly, for a taxi. I don't know, apparently 90% of the taxi orders are just for one person.
Yeah.
So they're going to go with 2 seats as the option for this. And
so are they going to be competing with like Waymo?
Waymo is already like almost fully expanded in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
They're doing 150,000 trips a week, I think, or a day. They're like way ahead in terms of technology because they have LiDAR and radar as well. Mm-hmm. But Tesla is probably going to be more profitable because of the sensor suite being very basic, if they manage to pull it off. But I don't know how the regulations are going to be on the AV side, because some regulations might require LiDAR as a requirement when there's no steering wheel or driver at all, to have that redundancy. But Tesla is probably going to push through and make it work somehow. Yeah. But if they scale this, it's going to be a way more profitable prospect than Waymo. Because Waymo has to find a manufacturer, integrate their sensor suite, do all the sensor fusion. By working with, right now, they have Jaguar I-Pace. Mm-hmm. So they're going to buy Hyundai Ioniq 5s next.
Oh, interesting.
And integrate all of that onto that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of work, and the profit margins may be lesser because of the more expensive sensors. So Tesla has that potential advantage if they make it work.
Well, and I know Elon actually, not to get too political, but I know he's invested a lot in Trump.
Yeah, he spent $100 million.
Yeah.
He spent $100 million for
a big part of his cabinet, so I'm sure whatever.
I'm curious to see if that actually happens, or if that was just mostly just to get into the office, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he has like full access to all the regulatory committees now.
Yeah.
Like all of the ongoing investigations and lawsuits against him.
So if it's going to happen, it's got a good chance of happening now.
Yeah, I mean, if this actually happens, I'll be interested to see how
there's a lot of investigations going on from the FTC, SEC, all these things about Tesla's workings. So Elon's probably going to get Trump to kind of sweep some of those under the rug. So that's why the Tesla stock has been soaring recently.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who made a lot of money with Tesla stock recently.
But yeah, he basically owns all of the industries now.
Yeah.
With no checks.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And Sean, you already told us about your week. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I think I covered everything. Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
You're very close with the Z.
Yeah, the Z.
Probably like a couple days, honestly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're just painting the front end of the Z, as well as fixing our little door mishap.
Yeah, maybe from, a detail. Maybe a detail after.
Small detail there.
No, maybe a detail after.
Maybe yeah. Maybe I could. I'll pull my
free detailing for 5 years.
It's like a warranty.
Yeah.
5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. But that brings us into the marketplace finds. Sean shot on me last week because I picked only German cars. So there's 4 of them here. One of them is a pretend German car, and I think it's funny, so I need to show it because we talked about it on a couple episodes ago.
Okay.
About how you hated it, VJ loves it, but this is a kit car of it, which is amazing. It's not French. It's not French. So the first one is a very interesting K-van. This is a JDM car, so this is not German. I like the way these look. I put it in the Discord. $17,000 is ridiculously expensive, but like I just think it's cool. And I would totally buy this if it was
a recent
6,000.
video of one of these flipping on a highway.
Yeah, are you literally sitting above the axle?
Yeah. It's just like or
in front of the axle.
Jake's van does the same thing. It's a really awkward driving experience if you're not used to it, because you're used to like the car like moving, like you're the front. Like if you get an accident, that's it. Like you're done.
Like if you turn too hard, it'll flip.
Oh yeah.
But this car looks like it's in super good shape and has a California plate, unless that's like not like a thing that he just has it on there to drive. Not worth 17 grand, but it's a cool car nonetheless.
What's that mirror in the back?
Oh, it's a lot of Japanese vans have that mirror for like, I think children. Like you know how like buses have like an occupancy mirror.
Oh,
so it's like that.
Shove some children in the back with no seatbelt. You want to make sure that they're not concussed.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
So I don't even know what this is, but this is a 2007 Happy.
What? It's a blobject. It's a blobject.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's not German.
It looks like one of those like early electric car hyper mileage things.
Yeah, to me it looks like a Reliant Robin, but like the new version of it, you know.
For sale.
To me, it looks just terrible. That is a terrible looking vehicle.
Yeah, it just seems like a car that you would. I don't
this
know why it's
cannot garner about 10 miles an hour.
No, at all.
It's like a traffic enforcement vehicle or like parking enforcement vehicle.
It's an electric car. It's all original. For $1,500, that kind of is a pretty interesting transportation.
So this
device.
is exactly in that era between 2002 to 2007 when there were a lot of startups in California trying to make small electric cars that get like 100 miles of range per like small battery pack. So
the Happy would leave you pretty unhappy if you turned it though. So that's that. I'm gonna leave this
Happy,
one for
Zebra.
last.
What was it? Zepcar?
X-Zebra.
Zebra, Zepcar.
Not the car for me. I'm going to leave the third one for last because the third one is atrocious. But this one is specifically for Sean because I know he'll like it. This is a 1975 280Z.
Oh my God.
Color.
I absolutely hate this thing.
Why do you hate it?
Who is this guy?
It's Sean.
Not exactly.
But this has an RB20 whatever.
Oh,
it's it's a Skyline motor.
Yeah.
So it's similar. It's a similar idea to your car, but like I think your car is gonna be better built. But it's an interesting thing, and it made me wonder if would you ever go with the fender mirrors or?
You know, if I had like maybe a beater car, it maybe something I would do, but not if you have an all original car. I wouldn't go drilling into the fenders. Flaring out the fenders.
That's true.
Drilling into the with the headlight
feel
things.
The weight in the steering.
Yeah, right. I mean, this car looks pretty cool, but I like yours better. But I just thought the same color, so
that's cool.
I needed it to full paint.
Spend a lot of money.
No, this guy's his baby, and he's asking 45 grand for it, which is so he'll never sell it. But like, I mean,
what's like expected price?
I don't know. I mean, like an RB20. Or whatever this is.
Just a stock
usually Z's.
20.
A clean,
like a good original one.
Like original 280 is going to be about like 20.
Yeah, 20. So like 45, he's asking for mods and stuff.
Yeah.
But like you don't really know how well this has been built and stuff. Like the engine might be like out of a car with 300,000 kilometers on it or something.
It's a 75, so no smog.
Yeah, no smog.
I keep saying, I know it's everybody says that like the 240s are like, a better car and they're more valuable. But man, the 280, same size, it's just better built, better suspension, better everything.
And it's a little bigger inside, right? No,
everything's the same. Dashes are different, seats are different. Some of the
it's like a little modern,
modern,
probably nicer inside.
Yeah. A little nicer put together, but yeah. Hopefully the 280Z start getting the respect that
they will. I mean, if 240s went up, 280s will follow at some point. And then this is the last one that is amazing.
Triple one?
This is a kit car.
Oh, I saw it.
Mercedes C11, but it's a look at this.
No.
Look at this.
Nope.
Let's say, is that
what?
I was gonna say, is that based off of anything? But clearly that frame is hand built.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be the C111, one of one, by the way. It's one of one.
Yeah,
one of one. Fully street legal.
They wouldn't sell more than one.
Yeah, so this is literally a custom build from the ground up. So this will kill you if you get into it. But like I love
if you look at it.
I mean, look at the way it's like everything.
I want to
is
kill myself for seeing this.
Yeah, and look at the back of it. It has the AMG badge on it,
and it has the airbox like a Mercedes F1 car.
Yeah, but it's like
look how crooked it is.
It's reverse.
Look at how crooked it is. Yeah, it's in reverse
for that ram air effect.
You see that? No, look, there's like not even a and it's a Chevy. I think it looks like a Chevy motor, like a 350.
It has a reverse ram air effect.
Yeah, exactly. This yeah, but anyway, I thought this was amazing that this showed up. When like right after we talked about the Sacco stuff, so
they painted the official Mercedes racing colors and stuff.
Yeah, so
Petronas.
Yeah, there's that, and then we'll go into the Discord finds once again. If you're not familiar with the member Discord,
can we just spend the whole show just talking about that car?
Yeah, just
I have so many more questions.
Why?
Yeah, but if you're a member of our Patreon, you get access to the Discord. Link in the description. It's super fun. Valt marketplace finds in there all the time. Drives, you name it, everything. We're doing a drive sims night this weekend. So you'll get access to all that stuff if you sign up.
Wait, is it this weekend?
Yeah, it's on Saturday. We can talk about it later though. It's fun. It'll be fun. But the first one is an extremely overpriced C43 AMG.
Nice.
The C43 AMG is a kind of a cool car because it has like a smaller V8 in it, but you can get an E55 for you can probably get one of the nicest ones around for $15,000. So I would never buy this for this much
manual?
money. No, these don't come in. These are all automatic.
Okay.
So it's a cool car, but like it's being sold by a dealer and it's worth like probably half of this.
Yeah.
Like maybe $9,000. And that's probably what this dealer bought it for, and they're probably trying to like hope that someone will fall for it. But get an E55 and you'll have a way better experience. So there's the first one. Jackson sent us this one, I think. And then Wesley sent us this one. This one sold yesterday, but I wanted to still show it because an Alfa Romeo Milano Verde is a very rare car with a super interesting engine. And
is it a Busso, this one?
Yeah, it's a Busso, and it's for $9,700. Like I had a friend with one that sold for like $25,000.
I drove
like a massively good deal.
I drove a 87 Milano a couple of weeks ago. It's probably a top 3 or top 5 sounding engine.
It's a very cool experience. This one has side exit exhaust, which is hilarious. Yeah. The fun fact about this car is there's the drive line. It doesn't spin at like what a regular drive line would spin at to go to the differential. It spins at the engine RPM.
Oh.
So when you're driving around this car and you're at 6,000 RPM, the drive shaft itself is spinning at 6,000 RPM. So big issue with these cars, and I've driven them and I've actually experienced this happen with like people around me.
Yeah.
The rubber joints will explode and shoot out of it because it's how fast it's going. This is a very like huge flaw with these Alphas. Yeah. Same with GTV6s and all these different cars that are like just I don't know exactly. I mean, there's probably a reason for it. I know that it's a torque tube because I think the transaxle is in the back, and that's probably why. But like I don't understand the mechanics about it. But like I know that these have huge issues with that, and that's probably why this is so cheap. I didn't read into it.
I mean, I drove a really nice one with only 50,000 miles or so on it, and it's not just the noise of the V6 that's amazing, but it drives like a dream.
Yeah, they're very similar to E20 M5s.
Yeah. No, it's actually it drives very differently. It drives like an Alpha.
Yeah,
like the way it sets into the corner, it's just so glorious. I can't describe it. It's just effortless and comfortable.
Yeah,
and
that
still
V6
competent.
really revs like really freely.
Yeah, I mean,
if you've never driven one, you should. But just I wouldn't own one.
Yeah, the chassis itself is amazing.
Yeah, definitely get into one if you can and experience it, but do not buy one, I think, unless it's literally perfect.
And you have to do like timing belts every year.
Yeah, it's extreme. They're very, very tedious. It's super high strung, really high maintenance, annoying cars.
When I drove it, I thought it should be like a $30,000 car, but it's so cheap because it's a finicky thing.
Yeah, I mean, for $9,700, you're getting like an homologation, like special, sports car, which is a really cool experience.
Yeah, like the DTM Legend. But then like you can buy it for maybe like 6 months, enjoy it, and then probably sell it at the same price.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it explodes.
Yeah. And hopefully you get there.
So good.
But yeah, those are the marketplace finds. Once again, link down in the description below for the Discord. It's a really fun place. Promise you'll have a good time in it.
So I wanted to add something actually to how my week was.
Yep.
And I forgot about how my week started. So this week, dude, I woke up and I was in so much pain. Like over last weekend, and I was like, ow, something's wrong with my face. It was literally burning. And by the time like Monday rolled around, I was like, oh my God, you know, I had to ask my wife to moisturize my face. I'm like, I don't know if it's the weather change or what, but my face is like on just freaking fire. It started peeling and everything, and I had just like this crazy ass, just it was pretty disgusting. Anyway, I'm like trying to figure out, you know, what the hell's changed? You know, is it the weather? What is it? And then I get in the car, you know, to moisturize my face, and I look on my moisturizer I've been using for the past week, and I realized it was body wash.
So you're probably just drying your face out.
Dude, it was just drying my face out, dude. But I was almost in tears because it was just burning.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why did I got it for Christmas last year? And I'm like, why did my one of my coworkers? Well, it's funny. Why they gave me 2 bottles of lotion and one was actually a body wash. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean the weather change has effect. Like my hands are like super dry and cracked now. Like I'm like you, like my hands are always wet from like car washing and stuff. But like this is like the weather. You can definitely feel it. Like it's much drier right now outside.
If we would have shot on Monday, Tuesday, I wouldn't have came. No, he would did a makeup
not
department.
ready for the camera.
Oh, absolutely
not ready for the camera. Yeah, this camera picks up a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive. But so speaking of stuff that's happened this week, last week, I was just driving around the Bay Area and I swear to God, I could not turn a corner and there weren't like 7 Miatas. I was like feeling like I felt like ants were like starting to like invade my area. Like I swear to God, there's like 5 or 6 Miatas everywhere around me at any point. And lo and behold, a Miata Reunion happened. I know this because I detailed some friends' cars for it, and a lot of our members and friends were at the Miata Reunion.
Where was this?
Sonoma Raceway.
Okay.
That was last Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
I didn't get to go. VJ also didn't get to go, but he went last year, and it was more of the same stuff. So let's talk about it a little bit. How was your experience last time? And also, you got to make the poster art for this time.
Yeah. So this was one of the good opportunities that I had this year to design the official poster artwork for the biggest Miata meetup in the world, or probably in the US, I think. Last year, there were more than 1,000 cars registered for the show. And the biggest spectacle was seeing 600 plus Miatas on track, 3 lanes on Sonoma Raceway with like bumper to bumper traffic. Just imagine that sight. So it's like all different colors of Miatas, different modifications, builds, all on track at the same time.
Nice.
That was amazing to see. And like the Miata is basically the best blank canvas for like enthusiasts, right? So like it was great to see how different each one is. Like no 2 Miatas were same. Like no one leaves it stock. Everyone's made it their own. They built everything from track attack, time attack stuff to big downforce gates to like off-road stuff to overlanding stuff. Like anything possible in a vehicle that was done to Miatas, like they were there. Like and a lot of customized stuff, beautiful stuff, like literally, you know, watchmaking level stuff for the dials, customized everything, this, that. So it was beautiful. Yeah.
I have never been so intimidated by a vehicle than to see that overland Miata on the street.
Yeah.
I've seen that thing is huge.
Yeah. And the funny thing about what Vijay was saying is in the East Bay where I'm in Walnut Creek, Concord area, last weekend, it wasn't just like there were Miatas around. There was Miatas with extreme modification. Like it was like one guy was like blowing off a valve like off turbo. There was one guy that was slammed to the floor that had a trailer. It was trailering shit in his Miata. Like it looked like he was sleeping in it because there was like pillows and shit all inside. I'm like, this is a cult following that I have no experience with. And then another thing that I was seeing, Spencer was taking a lot of photos, and a lot of because Rich, who is our friend, and I detailed his blue Miata, and he was on track.
Richard,
and so Richard Duck, and Spencer was taking some pictures of him, but I can just see like that was so like real, like on track. Like there was like 6 or 7 Miatas all in a line, and they were all so different. And I'm just like, this seems so unsafe. Like so many Miatas on one corner right here. And I'm like, they're probably like not
it doesn't
going
matter.
fast.
If you knock something off, it's the cheapest car.
Yeah, just glue it back on, I guess.
It's so cheap to fix. Parts are cheap.
Yeah.
Easy to work on. It's literally the best starter car. Also.
It got me wondering, like that enthusiast market is so like free going and like happy and like exciting. And I almost, is there anything else like that in the enthusiast market at all? Like, is there any other demographic that can be so playful?
Yeah, I mean, Miata owners are the nicest people usually.
Yeah.
But like, could BRZs be playful? Like, because most of them are like very serious. Like the people who drive those cars most of the time are like making lane changes on purpose and like a very like street racer. And Miatas are just like, let's downshift, see what happens.
One of the other great things is like the gender ratio is also really balanced in the Miata community.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big
a
time.
lot of girls also like this community. Like, they do
actually,
get into the hands-on
most
stuff.
of the Miata owners that I saw, they were all girls in my area, which was
so
actually pretty impressive because you don't ever see like women in like automotive enthusiasm is pretty weak in this area.
It's a very welcoming community for all kinds of people to get in and do their thing and enjoy it. So that's good.
So is there any other brand that does that at all?
I mean, for rich people, it's Porsche.
Yeah, but they're not as fun though.
They're not as fun.
Not yet.
If
Not
you modify your
close.
Porsche, you have to really like.
I mean, they do have all sorts of safari bills and that sort of.
But you have to put money, and it needs to be perfect. Like
it'll be judged.
BMW.
I would say the E36 community maybe.
The 36 community is more like it is playful, but it's more like there's like really nice ones like yours, and then there's like clapped like
That's how
world
Miatas
country.
are too, though.
I know, but the Miata, it's you see a clapped third world country Miata, and you're like, that's awesome. I can't believe that's on the road. You see an E36, and you're like, I need to get away from this guy.
That's very true.
It's like a Geobaz meme.
Yeah, it's like I need to move away from him because he's about to kill somebody.
It's the Ultima. It's the Ultima of BMWs.
Yeah, it is. It can be, or it could be the GTR.
But like in addition to that, like the weekend also has a lot of track days and autocross events, drives through the California roads. They also feature usually pretty much the entire design team of the Miata.
Okay.
The original design team from 1991 for NA and B. So these people are very close to the community. They're basically buddies with all of the new owners also. So that's really cool to see. Tom Montano and like Norman Garrett and all these designers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another thing that no other brand has is that their designers and head people are approachable. Like you could think like guy who designed E28 M5. I don't know if he's still. I don't know who he is already, but like I guarantee you, he would never step foot in anything that had to do with one make thing. Like Miatas are so approachable. It makes me want to like buy. I mean, I don't fit in any of them, but like makes me kind of want to own one. You know, just to be part of the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, the PT Cruiser Club.
Yeah, that's like playful in an ironic way. They made a really bad choice, so now they have to own it and be playful with it and get some chrome wheels or something. They're just like, same with whatever the other one was, the PT Cruiser and the.
I saw the nicest PT Cruiser in Utah.
Yeah, of course.
One owner, 20,000 miles.
With the wood paneling on the
turbo,
side.
turbo 5-speed.
They were so mint.
It has to be mint. They're probably embarrassed to drive. It probably stays in the garage.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miata Reunion. I need to go to it next year. I was
super
wanting
cheap to attend as well, and for like $200 or $300, you can get unlimited track day and autocross,
which is pretty impressive.
Cool.
Amazing.
That's a very, very good value.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and lots of prizes to win. Also, a lot of vendors.
Yeah. So next year, we'll definitely be going. I think if they do it next year, which I'm sure they will.
And my poster was apparently sold out, so it's just pleasantly surprising to know.
Nice.
So, a lot of people.
Dude.
Good
stuff. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, so that brings us into the scenario. So it's election themed, but we don't have to get political. So it's election night. Everyone's in their homes or at the bars, aimlessly watching the TV and arguing over ideologies that they really don't understand. You decide to take advantage of the open roads because there's no traffic. Just assume there's no traffic anywhere because everyone's watching the TV, and you want to go on a drive. Mm-hmm. So where do you go, and which of your cars are you taking? So keep in mind, every single road in the Bay Area is completely empty because everyone is glued to their television. Oh. So any road in what car that you own are you taking?
Take over on the Bay Bridge. Oh. Take over? No.
Dude, I would be the ultimate BMW douchebag and just go full out in the M2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Totally. Where am I going?
Where are you going?
Ooh. Oh, man. Everything open?
Everything open.
I'd probably go I'd love to go tear up like Treasure Island.
That could be good. Yeah.
Do a gymkhana there.
Yeah, exactly.
Gymkhana, like leave black lines everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going BMW 2. I'm going to take the E28, and I want to 4 windows down, full throttle through the city, and hear the engine bounce off the buildings. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That'd be cool.
And I hate driving the E28 in the city because it's always up. Like there's so much uphill, and the clutch is annoying in that car, and the ability to be traffic free will negate any of that, so I can go up and down and sideways and go all over the place and just enjoy myself. You know,
that's good.
It's such a good. Those classic BMWs are such good like city cars. I mean, you get to just take a ton of just beautiful pictures.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The experience of that car, if you can put, I mean, I can't because I was born in '96, but I have recently been like trying to put myself in the time period of that car, and an '88 5 Series is a city car, bar none. It really is. The M5 is meant to like enjoy yourself getting over the bridge, parking it, and then tearing it back home.
Totally.
And so I think that's where is meant to be. Besides, like in California, like obviously it's meant to be in the Autobahn and stuff, but like in California, I think really the people who are buying those cars brand new are just driving to the city and like venting out their frustration on the way home. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing with no traffic.
Nice. Well, we can pretend. I mean, we can pretend. We'll take the BMWs out. I'll take the E9. And we'll pretend like we're stock trading.
Yeah, we're
in the 90s and
we're
in the
about
city.
We have some insider information.
Yeah.
And betting
VJ,
on the election.
Exactly.
VJ, what are you doing?
So I think this is the only day of the year when I can drive the Beat without fearing for my life, I think.
Yeah, that's valid.
So I won't need to be watching all my blind spots and like doing like triple takes before making lane changes and driving defensively.
Yeah.
So I can just like look forward and enjoy the car without, fear of death.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
It's really a thing, right? When you're driving that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't look forward and focus unless I'm on a back road.
Yeah.
So when I'm on like normal roads with traffic, it's always survival mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to get into a K car and drive around town with it. Because to really experience this fear, because like I've only driven them around like parking lots and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, but like obviously it's different when you're like next to a big rig and you can just drive under it or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it's actually kind of nerve wracking.
Yeah, I want to feel it.
You have to be in the right state of mind. Like, okay, do I want to get in this thing today? It's dependable, it's fun, but yeah, it's other people.
And it's much better in like a turbo car of yours, which you can get ahead in, but you can't get ahead in the Beat.
Yeah.
You have to make really anticipated like planning.
This like if you make a wrong maneuver, it's gonna take like half a year to make up for that.
Yeah. To correct yourself.
Yeah. Dude, like Priuses feel like trucks on the side of you, like everything
which would be
is
kind
so
of
big.
Fun for like a couple seconds, and you're like, oh my god, they don't see me.
Some of
like drive completely over
literally
you.
kill you.
Yeah, drive over you, and there's no safety regulations in those cars.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy my life for the first time.
Nice.
In the Honda Beat.
Yeah, so that will do it for this episode. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about. No?
I'm good.
Well, comment down below what your car would be in this scenario, what you would be choosing, and what roads you'd be taking. I'd be curious to know. And without further ado, we will see you next week. And for the members, we will see you yesterday. So, see you later.